Good afternoon, folks. This afternoon's topic A is the Fitbit for your brain era. Could be closer than you think. Okay, so that is what we're discussing for A today. Fitbit for your brain. The phrase Fitbit for your brain era could be closer than you think is pointing to a shift described directly in the article. Consumer tech is moving from tracking the body to tracking the brain. The surrounding page content makes this clear. What the phrase means based on the article. The article explains that for years, wearables have tuned heart rate, sleep, blood oxygen, stress, and recovery into everyday matrix. We can check on a current dashboard. Give me 1 second, folks. Paper stuck. Now companies are trying to do the same thing for the brain. Instead of implants or sci-fi mind reading, the piece highlights Neurable, a Boston-based company developing non-invasive EEG-based brain-computer interface technology. Their system reads electrical activity from sensors placed on the head, similar to how a Fitbit reads signals from your wrist, and uses software to estimate things like focus, cognitive strain, mental recovery. Readiness, anxiety. This is why the article suggests we're nearing a Fitbit for your brain. The same kind of positive, continuous, everyday tracking, but for mental states instead of physical ones. Why it feels closer than we think. The key development is that Neurable is moving to a licensing model, meaning its EEG tech can now be built into many consumer products, not just its own headphones. The article notes that this could soon appear in gaming headsets, smart glasses, hats, helmets, other hearables. One of the first expected products is a HyperX gaming headset with built-in brain state sensing. That's the closer than we think part. The technology is already built, already non-invasive, and already being integrated into mainstream devices. Not science, not sci-fi, not implants. The article also emphasizes that this isn't Neuralink style surgery or mind reading. It's simply EEG technology that has existed for decades, uh, miniaturized and paired with modern medicine learning models to interpret signals in real time. In short, the text means we're approaching a moment when everyday consumer gadgets like headphones or gaming headsets will be able to track your mental state the way a Fitbit tracks your physical state. It means consumer tech is moving from tracking your body to tracking your brain using everyday wearables that read brainwave activity to estimate things like focus, fatigue, stress, and cognitive readiness. The headlines the headline points to a shift already underway. Brain sensing wearables are leaving the lab and entering mainstream consumer devices. For the past decade, fitness trackers have tuned heart rate, sleep oxygen levels, and stress into daily matrix. Now, companies are doing the same with EEG based sensors that sit in headphones, earbuds, or behind the ear devices and measure electrical activity from the brain or EMOTV. These devices don't read thoughts. Instead, they translate brain waves. Brainwave patterns into interpretable signals such as focus, uh, distraction, cognitive strain, mental fatigue, relaxation, stress levels. This is why the anthology Fitbit for your brain is becoming common. Complex neuroscience is being packed into simple dashboards for everyday use. why it feels closer than we think. Several developments are accelerating this shift. Consumer integration. Companies are embedding EEG sensors into familiar products like gaming headsets, hearables, making brain tracking feel less like medical equipment and more like lifestyle tech. New wellness demand. Cognitive health is now seen as central to overall well being, driving interest in tools that measure focus, stress, and mental resilience. Non invasive neuromodulation. Some companies are going beyond tracking to modulating brain activity using tiny electrical signals delivered from outside the skull. No implants required. Stress monitoring wearables. Devices like Aware continuously track brain waves to detect stress and deliver real time coaching, showing how mental state monitoring is becoming a consumer product category. Together, these trends suggest the brain state matrix may soon sit next to steps, sleep, and heart rates on your wellness dashboard. What this means and what this means for everyday people. More objective mental state data instead of guessing whether you're burnout or focused. Wearables could provide continuous real-time feedback, personalized stress and focus coaching. Apps paired with these devices already offer tailored suggestions based on your brain activity. 3. A new frontier for wellness and new ethical questions. As with many biometric tech, privacy, data ownership, and accuracy are major concerns. Experts emphasize that the need for safeguards as brain data becomes more accessible. The phrase signals a near future where brain tracking becomes as normal as step counting, not not through implants, but not through implants or sci-fi mind reading, but through everyday wearables using miniaturized EEG and smart algorithms. Okay, guys, that's your A. I will be back on shortly with B. Give me a few minutes and I'll have B for you. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.